welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. After watching this interview, please go and subscribe to Kenganda channel.
What's good, Kenganda? It's your boy Oshay Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode here on the channel. And I salute to all of you. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. And today we have a very, very special guest, the Diaspora channel, and I'll let her introduce herself and what her channel is all about.
Oh, hi. Hi, Oshay. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm Kai Gabiam. I'm originally from Togo. So for those of you that are not familiar with Togo, Togo is a country located in West Africa. Neighboring countries are Ghana, Burkina Faso, and Benin Republic. So yeah, my channel is the Diaspora channel, and I use this platform to promote Black-owned businesses. So our business is globalist because it's something that is very, very important. If we were talking about building generational wealth legacy, our businesses, we have to rally behind them, support them. So that's what I use my platform for.
All right. And I want to say that as a person that appreciates, business content, I do want to say thank you for taking, your own personal time and trying to contact, entrepreneurs in Africa. You've done it with, Blacks in the African American community. You're just reaching out. You really are the Diaspora channel because you covered all people from all across the Black continent and abroad, trying to give out information that helps the Black community. But unfortunately, as we have discussed, not even just on this channel, but in many channels, on YouTube, in Facebook and Instagram, in the Black sectors, the African American, the Black Caribbean sectors, the entertainment is what seems to drive the views, the gossip, the talking bad about people. But when it comes to the business content and people like yourself, people don't tend to want to support and watch that so much. Why do you believe that is?
Well, I would say, first of all, is like most people, because I believe there are still some people out there that are interested in, content like business oriented to promote businesses. But most of the time, I notice our people, they like more drama. So, like you said, if someone is out there talking about people, bringing people down, trashing people, all sort of those, madness, people are more they draw more attention to the platform more than someone that is doing what I'm doing. But unfortunately, that's just the reality.
Let me also talk about this because, I was recently in Uganda. I know you're from Togo, and we've talked when I was there. That's when, in fact, when I got a chance to know who you were. And I noticed, I don't know about Togo, but obviously in Uganda, you have some Chinese businesses that are there, a lot of Indian businesses.
Yeah.
And, those businesses tend to do pretty well. And then you hear a lot of the local people that complain about those businesses. On YouTube, when you talk about Chinese business in Africa, African Americans and the pro-Black community are going to be complaining, but they won't take a lot of effort to try to understand how the business works in our community. But yet, what I'm seeing is a lot of people complaining and not doing what these other groups are doing in Africa or even in the Black community in America. What do you think about that?
Well, I have to agree with that because we tend to complain a lot, but we don't sit down and actually reflect, like, what are these people doing that we are not doing? But we are more, focused on, why are they coming and, taking position? Why are they coming and ruling over our people? But we don't sit down and like I just mentioned earlier, and follow people that trying to bring different, entrepreneurs. For you out there that is not already in that field, to learn from them and say, oh, I can be in Togo and just be making wigs and be making, good money out of this. Let me give it a try. But if you are not doing it, guess what? The Chinese person know that there is money in this type of field. He will jump on board. The other, person, maybe from Japan or other places, they will come. They are only looking for opportunities. Right. So it's down to our people to understand that the talking alone, the complaining alone is not going to face it. We have to face ourselves by actually researching, learning, so we can do things differently. That's the only way we're going to see changes, in the continent.
Let me also ask, people like yourself, because I've tried to run a business sort of podcast. And I have my other channel, and we have it. It's called The Hall of Game. And, we're lucky to get a fifth or the sixth of the views than we would do on a regular topic like this. What does it take for somebody like you when you're trying to, gather all these entrepreneurs? How much time do you invest? Because what you're doing is creating a resource for the Black community, all worldwide, which is great, and we appreciate you for that because not many people will do that. How much effort and time does it take you to find these professionals, find where they are, try to schedule them? How long does it take you? How much effort do you spend doing this?
It takes a lot of time and effort, in the sense that, most of the time I have to reach out to them and share what I'm doing on my platform. And then I'll invite them if it's something that they want to do, they're comfortable, to come on board and share how they started. Because if you pay attention to my videos, you always say that I always start from, how did you start your business? What motivated you to start your business? Just to give people, a broad ideas when it comes to you seeing someone that is excelling what they are doing. And you're like, wow, they are so brilliant. Wow, they are so special. That's why they are doing this. For them to understand that you can do exactly or even better what I'm doing, or what the guest is on the platform is actually doing, is a matter of you being dedicated and learn from people. So it takes a lot of time, to prepare the interview, to go, the going back and forth, the time that is suitable for them and myself before we even, come live and do the show. So it takes a lot of time.
Let me also ask you, because what I've noticed is a lot of times in the, just not even online, because me and Dynast, we're actually from the same city in California, from Sacramento. He's a year younger than me. He's from the wrong side of the city. I'm from the north side of Sacramento. So, we were the best kids growing up.
And everyone, just to let you know, he comes from the wrong side of the same city. What? So he's from the Heights. So he comes, again, from the wrong side of the same city. So I'm from the south side, right? The only side that really counts is Sacramento. He's from the north side, and them Negroes out there are ratchet and trifling. So that's where he's from. But go ahead. But we still love him. We still love him, though. We still love him.
But, when you have Blacks that were successful, even in the African-American community, if you showed that you wanted to reach out and, talk to them, a lot of times, from what I can remember, they were more willing to help you. But what I'm seeing is that with in the Black, or the the African community, is that people are not so interested as much. When the people that have the success would help you, if because obviously what you're doing, you're asking somebody to come on to your platform for free. You're not paying them to do it. They're coming, they're spending their time from their business to tell you how to possibly compete against them in their business, and they want to help people to get the knowledge. But at the same time, the continental community is not interested. And you hear all these people say, yeah, I want to come back to Africa. I want to do this in Africa. But how are you going to do? You can't get a job a lot of times on the continent. You have to become an entrepreneur. Why do you feel that our people are so afraid of entrepreneurship?
What I would say, and that's the reason why I started this platform, is because being an entrepreneur, a business person, is come with lots of challenges. And us here in the West, for example, most of us, we are like first generation business owners. So we don't know, I would say we don't know it all. So someone have to be out here and, guiding the new people that, join us doing what we are doing. And most of the time, because we've been programmed just to go to, go to school, get your degrees and work for someone, that is been in our system for so long that even when people are relocating or they want to go to the continent, they tend to think about, I'll go there and then maybe apply for this job. I'm not saying there are no jobs out there, but if we are actually going back, we are going back to create jobs, not to compete with the brothers and sisters on the continent. So that's why it's so dear to me to have those people that have the experience that have been doing, or some of them are in business like for 5-10 years, to come and share, just to encourage our brothers and sisters that, look, it's doable, it's possible. It's not only the Chinese that can own, lots of stores or supermarkets or lots of things on the continent. We can do it. Get rid of the thought that I have to finish my education and work for someone. There is nothing wrong with that. But the problem is, if you are thinking about building generational wealth legacy, we can't rely on a 9-to-5 to do that.
And let me also say this. You've talked to people that, like yourself, you're abroad, just like I'm abroad right now from where I'm from. But they have people that have been on your channel. Some of them are people who were living in the UK or living in the States, and then they have come back to the country of origin and become successful.
Yes.
Which that is the best information to get, because for a person that wants to relocate to anywhere in the continent, whether it be the Gambia, Ghana, Uganda, it's better to have somebody that was already abroad and now has come back and they're doing very well. These are the actionable steps to take to get into this, or these are some of the skill sets that you are required to do this. Do you think that people are just saying that they want to come back and possibly repatriate to Africa and start a business, or they're just, they're intimidated and they don't really want to do this? They're just saying it to sound good.
Well, I wouldn't say they are just saying it to sound good. Sometimes what I would say is like a barrier to certain people. They don't want to fail, so they don't even give they don't take that first step to give a try to something. So that that's what I would say.
Let me ask you, because even with this channel with Kenganda, I told you a little bit earlier, when the channel was doing not so good, I felt like I want to give up, right? Because this is taking too much of my time. And I know that doing some of the things that you do for the, in your spare time to try to help, you're passionate about this. Do you sometimes say, what, people just don't appreciate what I do? I'm just going to hang it up and, focus on something else, because what I'm trying to get accomplished, are people, even though that's what we need, they're not tuning into this, or they don't really care about this. What keeps you going, even though this could be the case where it's a hard thing to try to do?
Well, when I look at the situation of our global Black family, African family, what we are facing, the challenges we are facing, the problem continuously that we keep having, for me personally, is related to, there are different aspects, but is related more to money, resources. So I believe if we fix this problem, which is us having our own businesses, employing, the youngsters, and at the same time, they are seeing that is going to give them motivation, and they will understand that it's possible, it's doable. If someone that looks like Oshay is doing this, if someone that looks like Kai is doing this, so is something that when you look at the disappointment, when it comes to, you take your time, prepare interview, have a guest on, and then, hardly people watch that, those videos. It's very, very discouraging. But what keeps me going is me telling myself that I can't quit on my people. I have to keep doing what I'm doing now, even if is looking right now like no one is paying attention. So that's what keeps me going.
Let me ask you, as far as, for people that want to establish a network before, I know you're from Togo, you go almost every year. For African Americans or the people that have never been to Africa or have not been to the continent many times, and they're wanting to connect with people in the business communities, such as you've done it online with hundreds of people, what tips would you give to people who want to connect to the global Black community and the business community online, and to find out, if they're legit? How do you do that, and how do you develop that skill online?
Well, I'll say you have to start with, first of all, having this mindset that you have to connect to other people in the field or the business that you really want to invest in to start with. So where do you find these people? That's why here I have different businesses on the platform. Some of them it will be like from real estate, and big shout out to Expert Assist from Uganda that you actually recommended. I checked them out and I love what they're doing in Uganda. I reached out to them and they came and we had a show. So is us knowing that, okay, for example, if someone reach out to me, there are lots of businesses I can say, oh, if you are going to Uganda, for example, and you have to do with the basic knowledge you need to have regarding, accommodation, regarding your work permit, connect to Expert Assist. So if it's Gambia, for example, Zambia, for example, there is a guy that I have on call from Zambia. So he's also doing his own thing there when it comes to the farming, and other projects, he's working on right now. So if it's something that you want to do in the similar lane like what those guests are doing, reach out to me. That's how we're going to connect to one another. So that would be my suggestion.
Okay. And I want to say this as the person that, has tried to dibble and dabble on the continent with doing some things and have had some success. I want to say that I really appreciate what you do, because what you do is it's not easy. It takes a lot of dedication. And I know we should have did this a long time ago, but I'm glad that we have channels like yours, because you specialize in bringing African American, bringing the African, bringing the Caribbean. You bring all the entrepreneurs together to share what they do and how they do it. In fact, I'm gonna be on your show pretty soon tonight. And I'm just so thankful for the resource, and I hope that everybody that watches this channel go over and support the Diaspora channel, because it just, we complain a lot of times in all the Black communities, especially in the African American community, where we don't have resources, and when people try to develop the resource, then you don't appreciate it. then all they do is somebody else of another race comes to say, you know what? Oh, you have these pretty good skills. Why don't you come do this for us? And then we don't have that resource anymore. So, we need to encourage the people who want to do the boring work, quote unquote. Business is boring, right? It's not exciting all the time. The systematic work, the people who want to do the things that, that come to information. Because when it comes to the continent of Africa, it's not a lot of information all the time about certain things, right? And so we have people that are insiders and they're willing to share their knowledge. That knowledge is worth money. So the more information you have, the more power you have. And if you have a person like her that's going in and she's continuing to put the effort in by herself, she has her own personal things she's doing. We should want to support that. And the first comment is pinned to the top. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to work with her, we do tell you to reach out to her. Tell them what they will expect from your channel.
What they will expect, first of all, is going to be only Black-owned businesses here. And it's good you say that sometimes people will reach out and then they will take that person on their side to work with them. And then our African family, we're going to lose on that. We won't have that person on board. It's good you say that because there are lots of businesses reaching out for me to promote their product, and they'll say, oh, they'll send this, they'll send that, they'll send that. And I have to, filter through all the emails. And most of the time, they are not Black-owned businesses. So I can't work with them. So that's one sacrifice, I would say, or sacrifices I'm making every day when it comes to working with people that will potentially, not only send products, but also pay. But I'm not here. I didn't start this platform because of them, because there are lots of people out there that are promoting them already. But this specific platform is only for my global Black family. So what people will expect, they will see different, businesses interview, and I'll also interview people that are doing great things, in our family, our global Black family, because we need to celebrate our own. I don't believe that someone will pass and then, I will be saying, oh, he was such a great person, she was such a great person. Now, once you are here, I will have you on as long as you agree to join me, to thank you for what you are doing, because we do need those role models, on our screen. So our children and the other people around can see that if this person can do this, I can do it. So what people expect is more interviews. And also I love cooking. I really, really love cooking. So I start, making some cooking videos as well. So those are things they will expect. And of course, if anyone out there want to join me on the platform and share what they are doing, backstage we'll talk. I'll check, about what they are doing, their product, the business. We have to be the right people on the platform. Once we clear those things, they will be free to join me and share what they are doing. Because at the end of the day, the Diaspora channel is to promote Black-owned businesses only. So you can reach out to me, on Instagram at the Diaspora channel. You send me an email at the Diaspora channel at gmail.com, and then we'll take it from there.
All right. So what we'll do is, in post editing, obviously our guys will put the Instagram screenshot there, and
right,
you can follow me on the video. So guys, we do thank you for listening to the video. This is Kenganda. So we're reaching out to not just the Ugandan community or the African American community, but everybody. And we're so glad to have people that have created platforms for different things, not just certain this or that, but this our platform here is to edify the people who are doing the work that sometimes doesn't get supported, right? And we want to support it because it needs to get better. Once it gets better, then there's a lot more information, then people can do a lot more stuff. So I thank you so much, Kay, for coming on. Guys, it's been real. Keep it real. Kenganda forever. We're out.
Merci d'avoir suivi cet entretien. Vous pouvez aussi vous abonner à la chaîne Kenganda si vous parlez l'anglais. À très bientôt. Au revoir. So guys, please check out Kenganda channel and subscribe. See you in my next video.